To what has been a disappointing afternoon. Leeds losing 2-0 here at Millwall. This is David Hockaday talking to Adam Pope.
OK, David, your reaction to 2-0 defeat, first game in charge?
I wasn't happy with our performance in the first half. We didn't get up to the pace of the game. I thought they looked hungrier, had a better intensity. We had a couple of great chances at the end of the first half, but that wouldn't have been fair. But then again, you've got to take your chances. Second half, we made a game of it. And on chances, we really should be hitting the net. There's no contact for the penalty. But by then we chased the game. It's very open. It's a poor sideways pass. So first half, disappointed that we didn't really start. Second half, we've given it a really good go, and we've had chances to have equalised, and we didn't take them. It's about moments, and we didn't take the moments. So lots to work on. We know that. I've learned a lot about the players because we're playing in a cauldron here, and some adapted better than others. So a long way to go. We'll see what happens the next game.
Did you feel you were too predictable in the first half compared to them?
I just thought that we were off the pace. We wanted too many touches. We allowed them to close them down, and when you close them down, when they blitz us, then you turn them, and we just played in front of them and made it very, you say, predictable. We allowed them to close us down. When they close down, if you move the ball quicker or you get behind them quicker, then they're vulnerable, and we showed that. We had 3 moves in the first half, and we ended up in and around their box. We ended up through on goal in one of them. So it was about being a bit more urgent and getting through them, getting behind them, which we did in the second half. And really, we should be scoring goals there.
Did you feel that you got the shift that you wanted out of your players, but there's a lack of creativity in the side?
I didn't think we put the shift in that I would like, insofar as we weren't clever enough with our work. We wanted to show them into certain areas, and we didn't do that. So we made harder work of it. We've had chances here to have scored 2 or 3 on a good day. It was the finishing for me that was lacking, because they've cleared one off the line, and we've put it 2 or 3 wide, and really we should be hitting the back of the net.
Do you think that team are capable of creating chances?
Well, we did create chances. We've got to ask. You gentlemen have got to ask: have we got the quality to put them away? You come away from home to Millwall, and you've got to take your chances, and we didn't do that. And I'm talking about the chances. As I say, the first half we didn't play well enough. We didn't have an intensity. We weren't clever enough when they pressed us. Then we need to get behind them to make them think, and we didn't do that. Second half we were better.
Is there anyone in the squad that you think will kind of improve that first 11? You haven't been able to pick today?
Well, obviously Bianchi's a good footballer, so he comes into contention. Stevie Morrison, unfortunately, felt his calf on Thursday, so he was devastated not to play. And then the people that came on, Big Matt Smith had an impact. So second half we made a game fit, and at 1-0 for most of the second half they were on the heels, and they were praying that we weren't going to score, and we weren't good enough on the day to score.
Do you think you were brave enough in the final third later on in the game when it was 1-0?
Well, we had the chances. We just haven't put the ball in the back of the net. I'm not saying we made loads of chances, because we didn't. But second half it was more of an even contest, and we put one of them away, and obviously it came on. We got a little bit caught with a poor square ball, but even then, as I say, there's no contact. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day we didn't put the ball in the back of the net, and we need to.
And what was you thinking in terms of your team selection, your sort of strategy for the game then?
We wanted to come here, we wanted to kill it, we wanted to play in their half rather than ours, which we didn't do. We wanted to show them into certain areas, which in the first half we didn't do. But we just wanted too much time on the ball. You need to move the ball quicker, you need to be a little bit more intelligent. So as I say, if they're pressing you, then you turn them, and then you get behind them. And we didn't do that. It was just, let's pass for the sake of passing. Second half there was more purpose to us, and as I say, with the chances we had, we really should be finding the net.
Dave, you said you learned a lot about your players this afternoon. What exactly did you learn?
Well, who can play with intelligence, who can pass for the sake of passing, who can handle the big occasion. Now, we've got some young lads there as well, so some of them handled it very, very well. Some of them emotionally maybe got caught up in it. And in the first half, as I say, we didn't play with any intelligence, and we didn't play with any intensity. We were better in the second half. So the good thing for me is, second half we improved, we turned it up a notch, and at times we had them reeling, and we really should have put the ball in the back of the net.
So that's the Leeds United coach David Hockaday. We'll make that available on Audio Boo, so you can listen back to your heart's content.